convenient, scalable, and cost-effective solutions for storage, network, managing and processing data and databases, and so much more. And privacy in social networks is the most important things, and it also helps to keep your personal data and private data safe. And use of search engines is the crucial part for me, in my opinion, because most people fall for the fake news, and using the search engines is also have some great techniques, and there are two methods or more than two methods. And correct settings for the email, for the trojans, for virus and malwares is also really helpful. We need to set up correct settings for our email. And we will start with the backup of information. So backup of information refers to creating duplicate copies of important data, files or system, and storing them in a safe, secure location to protect against loss or damage or some corruption. And for me, I also, from time to time, I also back up my data because I'm a senior software developer and my data is really important for me. And it also really helpful for some natural disasters. For example, last year or in the COVID, I don't really remember the date, there was a disaster of like fire disaster in the biggest company in the France. It's OVH, I think. There was a fire in their server in the data center, and all of the data, their data gone, and it's not possible to recover them because it's a natural disaster and they didn't have a backup. And backing up information is crucial to ensure business continuity, prevent data loss, as I said before. And here we have methods of backup, and there are various methods of backing up our data, but these are the most common ones. We have USB flash drives, we have external hard drive backups, which is like an SSD or a solid state drives and hard drives. And we also have network backup and cloud backup, which is the most common one. And most used backup methods are, as I said before, it's the most used one is cloud backup. It's preferred by 50% of the people, and then followed by the network backup is 25%, sorry, and external hard drive backup is 20%, and the least one is USB flash drive because it cannot suitable for like big datas, and it can only protect or like fit some little bit data like 8 gigabits and for example 16 gigabits, but hard drives can store much more than like 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte or 5 terabyte, even 10. For example, in cloud backup, it offers scalable and accessible storage with automatic backups and easy data recovery because it's stored in third-party companies and they're also doing the backups and they're checking constantly. But it requires some great internet connection because it's stored in the cloud and you need to download your data or to upload your data, you need a stable and great internet connection. Network backup is your private server. It can be like a cloud backup, but it is your server, network server. It costs more, but it is more safe, private, and only you can access it. No third party company or person access it unless you share your data. And then we are coming to cloud computing tools. This refers to a set of software services that allow users to access and utilize computing resources, including server, storage, application, databases, and much more, through the internet or a network connection rather than having to maintain and manage these resources locally on their own devices or infrastructure. Cloud computing tools can be used for various purposes such as storage, software development, or even customer relations or inner team or department team relations. And it has various purposes in software such as machine learning or database storaging or even an API or like servers, Windows servers, macOS servers, or some Linux servers. And it is cost effective. It also has some cost effective solutions like pay per use or pay as you go, like in the Amazon. And when we come to why it is used, it allows users to scale their computing resources up or down based on their changing needs without investing in expensive hardware or infrastructure upfront. And these are the most common cloud computing tools. We have Amazon Web Services, which AWS is the most common one in the internet, and even I also use, and my company also uses it. And then it's followed by the Azure, Microsoft Azure, and it's a cloud computing platform that provides services for building, testing, deploying, and managing applications. It's mostly used by the DevOps, which we call DevOps, which is the people who makes the test for softwares and some apps. It's used for the CI/CD purposes mostly, and we have Google Cloud Platform. It is a cloud computing services, basically provides you cloud servers such as macOS or Windows servers and much more than. And Salesforce is a cloud-based team collaboration platform which allows users to communicate and collaborate with each other, as I told you. And Dropbox, maybe you guys know it. It's a cloud-based storage and hosting website which allows you to share your documents, files, and much more than. And Slack is a CRM platform which allows business to manage their customer interactions, marketing and sales and more, which is mostly a contacting platform which enables your customers or your team contact easily with each other.
But what is the best one?
The best one is the Amazon Web Services.
Amazon?
Yeah. It's more cost effective, and it has supports the young developers such as like me, and it also giving free credits like 1K, 2K, 5K, even 40K. My friend has had some 160K from Amazon, which is like for free. Amazon supported their project, and it has pay-as-you-go plans or like flexible plans, which is costing you per hour or per use, even like per month. So you can manage your costs, and it's really helpful to young developers and really big projects.
Why not Google Cloud?
Google Cloud is more expensive.
It's more expensive.
Yeah, more expensive.
It
And
depends on the use you
Yeah.
need, of course, which is the best. That's the best for you, not
Yeah.
best for everybody.
yeah, for example, I use Google Cloud Platform for image processing purposes, and even the Amazon fails sometimes because Google Cloud has some more powerful servers and it is more expensive. But most people use Amazon for cost, and it's really cheap for some people.
So many people
Mhm.
cost is.
Yeah. And the next topic is the privacy settings in social media. So when we sign up for a social media platform, we typically create a public profile that contains our information such as our name, our location, our let's say our biography or location and interest. And we post content in our social media such as our photographs and our updates, photos, videos, and it can be seen by other people if you make your public profile public. And setting up privacy settings in social networks refers to configuring visibility of your profile. As I said, if we make our profile public, everyone can access our profile and our information, our location, and our profile is really important for us because we don't want our other people to access our let's say private content. Maybe it is private for us, and we don't want other people to see our content. We need to check our account settings This method involves navigating to your account settings in the various social networks such as Facebook or Instagram or even WhatsApp. Every social network platform has their inner account settings, and in Instagram you can make your profile private, and in WhatsApp you can configure your profile picture seen by everyone or your contacts or with nobody. And we also have privacy checkup. These tools are provided by some social media platforms, which is completely free, and it guides you through the process of reviewing and adjusting your privacy settings. It typically provides step by step to adjust your settings and make yourself more comfortable and more private, let's say. And we have access to information and use of search engines. For me, this is the most important part because I mostly spend my time on the internet and in the search engines. And when we're using the search engines and accessing the accurate information, most people need help because usually we use the primary method, which is the keyword search. This method involves typing the specific keyword. For example, let's say for a news, like what happened in blah blah, let's say the specific keyword. And we see a lot of news, like maybe fake news, and we fall for the fake news. And it depends on the website, your knowledge also, but most people, and let's say the older people, the elder people, fall for the fake news, such as my grandma or my grandparents. They also fall for the fake news, and they don't really use other methods, and they just fall for the fake news and they believe it. But we need advanced search techniques when it comes to finding accurate information. The advanced search method involves using more advanced search operators and filters to refine and narrow down search results, such as searching for specific file types, excluding certain words, and searching within a particular website or domain. Such as, for example, I want to search a specific website, and I need to use, for example, domain, two dots, and the specific keyword. For example, I can search in a website, for example, in a Facebook. I can filter Facebook only, and I can just type what I need to search, and the content in the Google or in the other search engines is only listing the Facebook. And common mistakes to avoid when accessing information and using search engines. These are the most common four mistakes when people are using search engines. As I said before, first one is the falling for fake news. And you need to be sure to verify the authenticity of your sources and avoid spreading misinformation or false information. This can be also in the social media platform, for example, Twitter or Instagram. It doesn't really specific for the search engines. And second one is ignoring privacy and security. When we access information online, we need to be cautious about the personal information we share and our security settings to protect our data and device. And the third one is not using the advanced search techniques. As I said before, we need to filter our search, and we need to make quotient marks. We need to use Boolean operators. And the last one is not fact checking and cross checking. This one is important to verify accuracy of the information we find, especially when using it for the important decisions or research. Cross-checking with multiple sources and fact-checking with reputable organizations can help ensure the information is reliable. So for example, not only looking for one website, we need to look for other website sources, such as in the topic of science, we shouldn't be referred to only one source. We should refer to more than one source, like 5 sources, maybe 10 sources, or even the personal information maybe. And we need to really verify the accuracy of the information. And in our last content, we come to the correct settings for the use of email. We have 7 simple steps to set up our email for correct settings. The first one is the basic one. We need to choose a strong and unique password. We need to combine our password with upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and with the symbols. And for some websites, there are a lot of data leaks in the today's age. There are a lot of data leaks, and sometimes I even get notification from Google which says your password is compromised and your password is leaked. You need to consider changing it, such as a alert in my browser. And we need to change our password time to time, like maybe in 3 months, maybe every 6 months. And it's maybe sometimes hard to change our password because we mostly use our first password, which is come from childhood or something. And we need to enable two-factor authentication, which is provides an extra layer of security. It requires a second form of verification, which is mostly 6-digit verification code, which comes by SMS or from an authenticator app in your mobile phone. And the third one is setting up spam filters. Can help setting up spam filters. This can also help to reduce phishing emails or emails which includes malware. And this is really important because in my old emails I receive more than 50 emails because it's shared by other people, and it also getting sold by some people because it's, for example, when your data is shared with the third party, let's say the people who's attacker, let's say people who want to scam you or steal your account, always sending you spam emails like you want something like amount of gift card, or your data is compromised, or some sort of you win money, blah blah, you need to click here, blah blah. These are all spam emails, and you need to filter it, and you need to avoid sharing your email with people who you not trust, and the websites also. You need to check if the website is secure or not by checking the green privacy icon on the top left. And we need to disable automatic image loading. This can also prevent the malwares and images which have contain malicious code. For example, hackers can modify the image, and when you open the image, you can have some shell in your computer, and the hacker can access to your computer. Even in the PDF file, you need to be careful when you're opening a PDF file on your computer because it can also contain a malicious code. It can also make a backdoor in your computer. And the sixth one is being cautious of email attachments and links. And this one is up to you because it's really, let's say, preferable because you need to disable automatic content downloading, and you need to only trust the, let's say, your family and friends or your work friends. And lastly, we need to regularly update our email client and our operating system to avoid some security leaks. This also helps to stay update, and it also prevents vulnerabilities and hackers to prevent some older leaks. And that's all from me. Thank you for listening me and putting your time in this, and feel free to ask questions if you have. That's all.